you try to convince these young children that your misery is because you are being victimized by an enemy A or enemy X. And it's your duty to fight against that enemy, because you will not only be liberating yourself, but because this is your religious duty. This is jihad. What will happen? If you die, you go to paradise. If you live, you are a great crusader. And what is it? Everything that's a taboo here, you will have it. How can you deal with these people? How can you? By the time they come out on the streets, they are vehicles of hatred. They are repositories of bitterment. And they are the instruments of war. It's different. Now, General Musharraf has started realizing this because he has militantly eats its own parents and then destroys its own children. Now, when it comes to dealing with such people, if they are in our society, then a lion jumps on a sheep. These people come. They are no match to the military might of any organized state. So what do? They engage in a tactics of destruction and blackmail. They will kill 34 Gujars, innocent Gujars in Punch, and bring the... They know they cannot fight the army. They might engage in skirmishes here and there for tactical and psychological reasons. But their victim are the sheep. We must never forget that terrorism, by definition, is a theory and practice of human rights violations. And how is state expected to deal with them? Now, I understand that if it's a political dialogue, a political agitation, you talk to them. But this is not politics. They don't have a political grievance against me or India or anybody else. They have an agenda. They have said, Lashkar-e-Toiba people have said time and again, that after liberating Kashmir, they will liberate India and then they will liberate Pakistan. And it will go on and on and on. So they are not, these people are not just the mercenary soldiers of Pakistan, which some people believe. They are the enemies of Pakistan, even worse than they are enemies of India. Why? India, because of its expense and depth, can withstand militancy and terrorism 100 times more than Pakistan can do. Pakistan is a small state, is a vulnerable state, and Pakistan is a state where these people have grown thanks to India in the American-Russian conflict. The idea of terrorism, the idea of this kind of militancy was unknown before the Afghanistan conflict. Now, you and I, if we speak very vociferously about it, we may not get American visa. But the truth of the fact is that the international conflicts created the necessary political culture and provided the infrastructure facilities. These AK-47, most of them are still meant to kill communists from Russia, which we have captured here. Now, how can we expect to deal with these people? It's an issue which must be pondered. I think that India must adopt the same policy. और मैंने कहा, what is this policy? His response was, यार साल में कितने दिन होते हैं? मैंने कहा लीप ईयर को छोड़ के 365 होते हैं. कहा 364 हमको गाली देगा, एक दिन हमारा काम करेगा. This is bribing people. This is corrupting. When you make people dishonest, yourself, how can you trust them? Suppose I were to sing songs of India all the time. हर वक्त में क्योंकि मुझे कुर्सी है, everything with India is all right, क्योंकि मैं कुर्सी पे हूँ. जैसे कुर्सी से उतर गया, हुर्रियत कॉन्फ्रेंस के साथ बैठूंगा, ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशंस करूंगा. जब मैं चीफ मिनिस्टर होऊंगा तो कहूंगा पाकिस्तान पे एटम बम मारो या आजाद कश्मीर को खत्म करो, कैंप खत्म करो. जब मेरी कुर्सी नहीं रही तो आप बात क्यों नहीं करते हैं लोगों के साथ? ये तो असली मुजाहिद थे, कश्मीर के असली नुमाइंदे. Those people who sit in Delhi, what will they be thinking about our character? They will be saying that when these people are in power, everything is all right. When they are not in power, everything is wrong. I personally believe, मुझे किसी ने परसों कहा कि आप कभी ऐसी बात करते हैं जिससे दिल्ली वाले नाराज होंगे. I was very mildly warned and very profusely advised. मैंने कहा कि भाई how can any person ever trust me if I don't speak the truth? तभी तो कल अगर मैं कहूंगा कि India is a country which can be an example in the world for multicultural, multi-religious social experience, regional and international level, one, but the security issues which arise out of concerns from inside. Second. So finally, as Professor Riaz Punjabi pointed out, I must agree with him that the job of an organized state and the government should not only किसी को गिराना आसान है, अपने आप को उठाना मुश्किल है. In other words, I congratulate the principal of Maulana Azad Medical College, the Maulana Memorial College. I am grateful to the university. I think the auditorium belongs to the university, and I think they are not charging you any fee for this. I am, as usual, always educated and there for this patient hearing. Thank you.
India spends about 20 billion US dollars and Pak about 4 billion US dollars on defense, and that translates into 1,25,000 crore rupees. If this amount is distributed among poor families on both the sides of the coin.
Honorable Minister for Finance and Planning, Janab Muzaffar Hussain Beg Sahab, Professor Riaz Punjabi, Professor Devinder Singh, Professor N.D. Wani, Professor Indra Rathore, because today I believe that not much remains to be said on the subject. Beg Sahab, as you know, is a great, I would say, a great legal luminary, a great lawyer of eminence who has excelled in altogether a different field of finance as well. And I must say that he has proved himself to be one of the finest finance ministers of the country. We listened to him today, and likewise we listened to Professor Riaz Punjabi and Professor Devinder Singh as well. Very scholarly presentations, I would say. On my part, I would only compliment Professor Indra Rathore for a very relevant topic that she has chosen for today's seminar, described rather to be a contested terrain today,